Hey guys, some good news today. As of 5:15 today, we got permission from Professor Granger and the college to go ahead and start lab sessions out there at the field. So you'll be able to get some practice time and some exam time for ELW 114 and ELW 231. Big statement here. It may change by tomorrow, but as of today, we're good to go. And I will keep you posted as far as information is concerned if anything changes. So Professor Vermelin and I had talked together and discussed just how we were going to do this. And what we need to do is keep the classes down to 10 or less out there on the lab site. That's out there in the training yard. So here's our plan. I have 17 in my class, and Professor Vermelin has 16 in his. So this Wednesday, 8 a.m., 9 of Professor Shoemaker's class, and I took no method to the madness here, I just went down 9 in alphabetical order, are going to report to the field Monday, and you're going to be able to go out on the training yard all day long. Wednesday, all day long. Thursday, April the 2nd, will be 8 of Professor Vermelin's class, and they'll be able to go out to the yard all day long. Going into next week, it's the next half of Professor Shoemaker's class on Monday, all day long, and it's the next half of Professor Vermelin's class all day long. That gives everybody some good practice time, good practice sessions out there, and we're going to continue that. I'm going to look at the lab schedule here. We're going to continue that practice and testing during that period all the way through April the 21st. So you have time through April the 21st to test and practice and test to complete ELW 114. Okay. We also agreed, Professor Vermelin and I, that if you want to go ahead and just test, if you say you come out this Wednesday and you're my half of the class and some students say, well, can I go ahead and be timed on this when it be done? Absolutely. We'll let anybody do that wishes to. I'm going to go ahead and give Professor Vermelin the keys to the mini excavator. So there will be, you'll be able to go ahead and, pull up the transformers with the Mini X. If you want to test out there right away, go ahead. Just be aware, I know we went away from the field a good bit, so practice up a little bit. But we can do testing and practice both at the same time, but you need to let the professor know ahead of time whether you're testing or not. Just don't climb a pole, step up to him and say, I did this in 14 minutes, can I get my grade? No, it doesn't work like that. You have to let him know that you want a timed event on that one. Okay. Over here to the lab rules. Okay, social distancing must be maintained, and regardless of the class lab or size. So if you got 4 people out there, if you got 10 people out there, you still have to maintain social distancing. Spread out your vehicle parking on the field, and also spread it out there in the parking lot. Don't park side by side and be talking with people through the window. Just try to spread it out and give everybody some ample space to get around their vehicles and out there in the field. If you are parked, don't start grouping around a vehicle or a pickup truck, or start hanging around, 2 people close together, even 2 close together around a vehicle. Try to spread it out a little bit. Get that 6 feet in, 6 to 10 feet is even better. Okay. Bring your own waters, drinks, or refreshments, and personal supplies. Now, this is important, guys. We will not be supplying water, obviously, because we don't want everybody drinking out of the same cooler. We want you to handle your own personal stuff. So if you go buy something from the store and it's yours, and it's only touched by you. I would have all ideas that, somebody's going to buy some sunscreen. It's going to be hot out there. The sun's going to be shining. You put that sunscreen on, don't share it with anybody else. Just keep everything that's personal to you personal. We're going to be in the public eye. People are going to see us out there. And, I would suspect somebody's going to be asking the question, well, I thought college was closed. I thought there were no labs. There are going to be some labs. It's been okay. If somebody approaches you out the field, or if you get a call or a question while you're not at the field asking, well, how is this possible? Just refer it to the professor, either myself or Professor Vermelin. Say you're going to need to contact them to get an explanation of how we're able to have labs outside. And we've got ample reason. We just wanted to be explained from us. Do not report to the lab if you're sick per the CDC guidelines. So check if you're feeling kind of bad. Go to the CDC website. Check what the symptoms are of COVID-19. If you're feeling, that bad, don't come in. Let us know. Let us know your status. So what I'm going to do here, I've got a spreadsheet made up. I'm going to send it as an attachment on Remind to everybody so everybody can receive it. There are 2 tabs to it. The first tab is what the plan is, and the second tab is the lab schedule. Well, what are the people going to do while the other people are climbing out there in the day? Professor Vermelin is going to handle all the days for ELW 114. He's going to be outside every single day, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on and on and on until ELW 114 is complete. I, on the other hand, I'm going to go ahead and start you on ELW 211. So you're going to have, on that non-climbing day, you're going to have an assignment to do for ELW 211. Now, rather than pick and pull people in and out of that, if you're a climber for that day, and I've got the list here, you don't need to do the ELW 211 portion that day. If you're not a climber that day, you need to do the ELW 211 portion, and it's going to be the same as what you've seen so far. You're going to get assignment, some kind of lecture, some kind of quiz that's going to count your attendance. So, one more time. If you're climbing that day, you don't need to do the task for ELW 211. If you are not climbing that day, you do need to do the task for ELW 111. Professor Vermelin will be taking care of attendance out there in the field, and I'll be taking care of attendance for both of the other classes. I have the keys to both classes now, and so does Professor Vermelin, so I'm able to give assignments, and they're going to be the same exact assignments for ELW 211 for both Professor Vermelin's class and Professor Shoemaker's class. As far as the lab schedule is concerned, when I set it on the spreadsheet, you are going to be grouped, and I've tried to put it down as simple as possible, starting with 1 April all the way through, and you'll see yourself on that list as your group. Stay with your group. It's vitally important that you stay with your group, because if we lose 1 or 2 and they want to report the next day, we can't have more than 10. Cannot, and that includes the professor. So if you miss the day that you're assigned for that group, you're going to miss it completely. And we're running on a tight shoestring here, so if you miss now, you're not going to have very much opportunity left to be able to get your ELW 114 in. All right, well, that was pretty lengthy. I feel real positive about it. Professor Vermelin and I think this is a real good plan, a real good way to go. Sure, we'll be glad to get you guys back outside out there in the field. If you have questions after I send you the Remind and the spreadsheet that's going to be in Remind, feel free to text me back. As of right now, everything is looking good. Proud of you guys. Thank you for hanging in there. Be safe.